We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Supplement Engineer channel. My name is Robert Chinetsky. With me, as always, is my lovely wife, Sandy.
Hi.
We are joining you again on a Wednesday afternoon for our weekly Q&A session. So first off, if you like what we're doing here, leave us a comment below. Leave us a review on iTunes if you listen to the Supplement Engineer podcast or the Final Scoop. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the minutia that I go through every week. You know, click like, subscribe, notification bell, all the good shit that you're supposed to do when you watch these videos. So thank you guys for joining us as always. We look forward to doing this. And as always, we start off with some kind of supplement review. But before we get into the supplement review, make sure to post up your comments and questions in the side. We're going to be on here for about an hour and 15 minutes. Answer all questions, comments, queries, quips, smart-ass remarks. Talking to you, Devin.
Quandaries.
And quandaries as well. We will answer all of those. No topic is off the discussion. Could be supplements, fitness, nutrition, favorite liquors, you know, how much does Sandy weigh, all of these kind of things. So
I'm not ashamed. I'll tell you exactly how I weigh.
Anything is up for discussion. So we will get to a supplement review here shortly, but as we always do, we have Sandy's cocktail tonight.
Okay, so last time, if I'm not mistaken, I was indulging in hot scotch.
No, it was the alcoholic anabolic Arnold Palmer.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so I have hot scotch, but Robert is a big fan of his favorite. Everybody, do they know his favorite drink?
I would hope so.
Our daughter does, our 3-year-old. Old fashioned. She was playing in the bathtub the other day and she had a bunch of cups. She goes, I'm going to make an old fashioned. And she's like mixing the water. Okay. So she doesn't drink them. She just pretends to drink them. Robert drinks them. So anyways, he made me an old fashioned with instead of regular bourbon, it's hot scotch, which is whiskey that tastes like Werther's, but spicy at the end.
Yes, it is a bourbon from Iron Wolf Distillery out in Spicewood, which is about 20-25 minutes with us, our favorite local distillery.
Yep.
It is a bourbon infused with butterscotch and black pepper.
Is it a bourbon or is it a whiskey?
It is a bourbon. It is their bourbon infused with that. It is 70 proof, so it's on the weaker side. I like typical 100, 114 proofs bourbons
stronger than
for old fashions and other kind of mixed cocktails. But yeah, that's super smooth and very kind of caramelly, butterscotchy sweet. So
really good. He made me a really good drink, everybody.
I do my best to keep you nice and lubricated, sweetheart.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We are, all right, so the first thing we're going to do is to get things rolling while the questions come in, while people assemble.
Okay.
We're going to be doing a 3-protein tasting panel. So this is a couple months back. NutraBio around the 4th of July released their patriotic series of stuff, and so we got that, you know, the little t-shirt I have from NutraBio with the Uncle Sam flexing on the background.
Yep.
So we've got 3 proteins. We have a whey protein isolate. They're bombs away.
So Rocket Pop, that should be good. That's a protein?
Protein powder.
A protein powder that tastes like
They're
Rocket
muscle
Pop?
matrix, which is a combination of both whey protein isolate and casein. So you get like a 50-50 blend of fast and slow digesting. This is freedom fetty, so kind of, you know, confetti.
I don't like cake flavored proteins. It's going to be interesting.
And all American apple pie.
That sounds delicious.
So
how have I not tried this yet?
Disclaimer, NutraBio did send us these proteins. This is not a paid review, all that good shit that I always say for all these other reviews. Just to
if it's nasty, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I had something in my milk today and I was like, what is this that you gave? He gives me proteins. I don't know what they are. And this morning I'm drinking it like, funny story though. The one you gave me, I was drinking it while I was walking around my classroom, and people came in. They were like, your classroom smells like caramel. It was a caramel.
It's vanilla caramel.
Yeah. So apparently it smells good coming out of your mouth. It tasted off going into my mouth. Maybe it was the milk. Maybe it was the fact that it was mixed with mushrooms and creatine, but I always mix my proteins with mushroom and creatine and they don't taste weird. So I don't know.
Well, like we always say,
it's a really good room freshener though.
Things taste good for plant protein, but no plant protein will ever measure up to a whey protein or a whey casein blend. It's just, it's not possible.
And so it's weird because, you know, when you judge a plant protein, you're like, well, based on plant proteins, it's like, no, I'm going to base it against all proteins. You suck, right?
Yeah, just don't be vegan. You won't have anything to worry about. I mean, that's the way I feel.
They're in the
first insult of the day.
You knew a guy and he was really sad because he had a vegan girlfriend. And then they broke up. And I said, well, the first issue was he had a vegan girlfriend. I'm sorry. Am I insulting a whole bunch of you?
No. We only allow carnivores or omnivores on this channel.
You need a girl that eats a buffalo wing with you and she like to bone in. Those boneless wings, that's just chicken nuggets. Don't call that a buffalo wing. You want to get it with the bone in there.
No, now you just insulted my brother. My brother likes the boneless buffalo wings.
Well, he can have them. I want the bone in, and I want it flat.
So here is the all-American apple pie whey protein isolate.
I want to eat that one. Wait, we're tasting it first. Oh dear.
It looks like it's got inclusions too. So
I had a feeling it would have apples in it.
It has 120 calories per scoop, 25 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbohydrates, 0 grams of fat, I'm assuming.
I'm sorry. It doesn't smell good.
Okay.
I was expecting to smell like oatmeal. You know, like the package of apple cinnamon oatmeal, and you're like, ooh, and there's little chunks of apple. That's what I'm imagining this to taste like. But it didn't smell like that.
Trying to stifle Sandy's cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
I was like, maybe that's why my room smelled like it, because I kept going.
Vegan feelings don't matter. No.
Thank you,
not
Blake
really.
B. I like you for so many reasons.
Well, that and you're an LSU fan. So.
That's the reasons. He just enumerated what I was thinking.
Whoa.
Does this one smell good?
Whoa. This is Rocket Pop flavor. It smells
I've never had a Rocket Pop
protein.
Can we think about that for a moment? Okay, that smells exactly like candy. My mouth salivated the second I smelled it. It smells very sweet. We've never had like a candy, like a popsicle protein. It's always popsicle pre-workout and whatever. Not a protein though.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
I'm worried because I was super excited about the apple pie,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't smell very good. But maybe it tastes good.
You never know. And so we have each of these mixed up in 6 ounces of cold water per the directions.
Are the directions 6 to 8, 4 to 8?
It's 6 ounces.
Oh, it doesn't even give you a range.
No. Mark
6.
Glazier and the NutriBio crew are adamant, and it is 6 ounces of cold water or your favorite beverage. So 6 ounces on the dot, 170 grams. No screwing around.
I read a comment. I read ahead. Robert doesn't like it when I read ahead, but I do.
Well, you get easily distracted. That's why.
I do.
Right,
I'm
so
curious.
Let's try the 2 whey protein isolates first, and then we can finish with the 50-50 Freedom Fig.
Wait. Oh, okay. So the cake one is 50-50, should be thicker.
Yes. So
Okay.
we'll do the whey 2 whey isolates first. So let's do, which one do you want?
I've got to try the popsicle one.
All right, bombs
It
away.
smelled better.
I like the cover art on this one. The girl flexing on
She's super
the
buff.
giant bomb. Yeah, I like that. Kudos to the graphics designers.
Woman
for
power,
that.
baby. Yeah, okay, let's do this.
All right, glass.
I'm just, okay. A Rocket Pop protein.
Rocket Pop protein.
Oh, it's pink.
It is, and you know with NutriBio, there's no artificial,
Smells.
colors or anything like that. We've got flavoring,
Smells like candy.
sucralose, and beet powder for coloring.
Okay, I'm worried.
And,
Can we
Ace
cheers?
Candy.
Can we just do it?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm nervous. Okay.
Here we go.
Dude. It's really good going down, but then has a weird aftertaste. And then the aftertaste is really good. It's almost like cotton candy. Is that the vibe you're getting? Like cotton candy? It's really good. It's really sweet. Like
It
strawberry
is
shortcake.
super sweet. I
It's
mean,
really good.
they're hitting on the Rocket Pop flavor.
Are they? It's
Yeah,
really
this is
good.
what, because I've tried a bunch of different Rocket Pop.
Dude, that's really good.
I've tried a bunch of different
Yeah.
Rocket Pop proteins, and pre-workouts and intra workouts, and it tastes just like that. It just the creaminess of the milk is what's throwing me off.
Yeah, it's super creamy because you mixed it with water, but it doesn't taste like you mixed it with water. It tastes like you mixed it with milk. You said this is an isolate?
It's an isolate, yeah.
Which are usually really thin.
Yeah, it's nice and
This is
thick.
thick and fluffy.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
Is it still on the market or is it gone? Is this
Yeah, I believe
this is really good.
I believe they kept that flavor. I don't think all 3 of them went through, but they voted to keep 2 of the 3 of them around.
Can I just say I would change the name? Because it's weird. Be like, I don't want a Rocket Pop protein. I would say call it like strawberry shortcake or something because it tastes like that, or a strawberry smoothie or something.
Yeah, but
Tastes really good.
right, but they're going for the patriotic theme, so it's a bomb pop, so that's why they're calling it bombs away.
Strawberry smoothie.
Plus, it's also a whey protein, so away, bombs away.
I mean, I hear you and I hear everything you're saying, but I'd call it strawberry smoothie because then I would actually buy it. This tastes delicious. Tastes like a strawberry smoothie. You're welcome.
Okay.
Throw a banana in there. Get you like muscle punch.
Apple pie time.
This is really good. I'm really glad I tried it. Now I'm nervous about the apple pie one that I really wanted to try in the first place.
The cover art for this one. Yeah.
Sexy lady.
Jack Betty Crocker.
Oh yeah, she's like apple pie.
All right. Cut.
Yeah. I don't understand how that one, it tasted like it was in milk.
And this one's got
Right?
some inclusions in it, so there might be some cookie bits you might have to.
It smells terrible.
Does it?
Yeah.
It smells like
How do you not make a face
like
when
a
you smell
fake
that?
cinnamon apple.
Okay, it doesn't smell like that at all. It just smells bad. It smells like somebody's breath, but like bad breath.
Did you get any of the crunchies?
Oh, there was something weird. Okay, I'm okay.
Here, try some.
No, I don't want to taste yours. No, I want to taste yours. No, I don't want to taste it.
No, it's.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna time out. Oh, there's some there. Oh, like, what is that?
They're going for the candy apple, like the apples you buy in the can for like apple pie filling. I don't think it
tastes like vomit.
It just doesn't.
It tastes like vomit, and it smells like vomit. It's like someone vomited.
It just doesn't come off. No.
Oh, I can't even. Oh, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna pass on that one. Yeah, I'm not nuts about that flavor.
Can you give me more Rocket Pop?
Well, we got this last one.
No, I'm scared.
Okay, and the last one we're gonna do is the Freedom Fetty.
Oh god.
So it should be like cake confetti. This one is a blend: 55% whey, 45% casein,
I'm crying.
120 calories per scoop, 25 total grams of protein, and 0.5 grams of fat. All right, glass.
Okay. This one should taste thicker. They tasted pretty thick. I'm not gonna lie. Is it green?
Blue spirulina, like confetti cake would be.
Kind of looks green. Okay. Yeah, I don't usually like cake flavored. Okay. You just went for it. You just doesn't smell bad. Doesn't smell like anything.
Reminds me of cotton candy.
That tastes like cotton candy.
It's like blue cotton candy.
Whoa. Well, it has a weird film on your mouth too, like you just ate cotton candy. They should change the name to cotton candy. Exactly like cotton candy. Dang.
Yeah.
So it doesn't taste bad.
No.
Are these the two they kept? The two I like?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. These flavors are interesting. They're patriotic. They're unique. It's
They
not
don't
the
taste like
same
what they
old
say.
boring. Well, it's not even that. I don't know if I want these flavors in a protein powder. I think these flavors work best in an intra workout or a pre-workout.
No, I disagree. I think they're really, really sweet, and I've had really, really sweet proteins before. Usually, I drink them with milk in the morning, and I think this would be great in the morning. I would drink these for breakfast.
Okay, you would?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I like these flavors more as pre, intra, post workout or some kind of amino or something
Cotton
like
candy's
that.
killing me.
I don't like the cotton candy and whey protein. It's too. My brain's having a little bit of a disconnect. My brain's having a disconnect.
I mean, you've had really sweet chocolates before. Is that not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The flavor is good. As a protein powder, I don't see myself going to these. They did a good job on the flavorings. Yeah. Except for the apple pie one. I'm not nuts about the apple pie.
There was something off.
Maybe milk tames it. We'll try that.
Oh, we're not trying that one morning.
I guess I'll just use it in the yoga bowl then.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out.
We'll try that.
That's not happening.
So yeah. Thank you to Mark and the crew at NutriBio for sending those out to us. It's
I like the other two, but I would change their names. Because it sounds weird buying a rocket pop. Like even I was like, what about protein? But if they change it, it's like a strawberry smoothie. Yeah. That's what rocket pops taste like.
It says bombs away cherry candy.
Or cherry smoothie.
Yeah. The Freedom Fetty
it's a red fruit.
It's definitely a cotton candy kind of thing. I don't know if it's more. I don't get much cake flavor from the Freedom Fetty. It's more
cotton candy. Yeah, cotton candy protein. I'll give you that.
All right, first question up from Devin. Do you like to party, Sandy?
Of course. I was from LSU. We all like to party. You're welcome. No, really, we like to party. We go to a house. The party ain't started till you play some music and people are literally dancing like in a club, but in a living room. And then you got people playing and drinking games around the sides.
Yes.
That's really funny.
Welcome as always, Chris. Thank you for joining us as always, man. We appreciate it. He's an OG supporter.
This is interesting. It was thick, and it was weird because of isolate. Usually isolates are super thin.
Well, they added xanthan gum and one other thickener, I believe, in there.
Oh yeah, but it was working for me.
Let's see. Natural flavor xanthan gum. Yeah, that was the only thickener that's in there. Maybe some of the beet powder, but it's such a minuscule amount of beet powder.
I like this rocket pot. It's like secret. Somebody asked a question.
Yes, I know I'm getting that. Started adding half an aspirin to my morning with taking a pollen chaos. Why does that kick up the effects? Because you're starting to mimic the ECA stack, the ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin stack, which is very common and known to significantly ramp up energy expenditure. So yeah, if you're doing like half an aspirin or baby aspirin, one of those 81 milligram aspirins, that's why it's kicking up and potentiating some of the effects that you're feeling.
Interesting.
Just be careful.
So don't do that.
I mean, no, the ECA stack is something that's been tested, it's been researched, been shown to be very effective for increasing energy expenditure and fat loss. So I'm not going to recommend somebody do something one way or another. I'm just saying what happens when you add that to that.
I understand.
So there we go. Protein and nutrient absorption while drinking alcohol.
That's a great question because that's happening right now.
Your body, it was Chris, it was something they did.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, they and if you go back and listen to my interview with Kenton Engel from America Labs and Core Nutritionals, him and I touch on that a little bit with companies simulating the America Labs thing. You could look at it two ways. You could say, you know, some companies, you know, did a riff on that. You can also say that patriotic things are inherent in America. So does anybody really own the rights to Red, White, and Blue and Uncle Sam? You can look at it both ways. I don't have a dog in the fight, so I'm just going to let the public to decide. It was a special limited edition that NutriBio did for 4th of July. So that's why they went with the patriotic thing. These were originally released around 4th of July time. Okay. Protein and nutrient absorption while drinking alcohol.
Explain.
Okay. So alcohol, ethanol, is a toxin to the body. Your body doesn't like it. It offers no nutritive value, no micronutritive value. It adds calories. So in that sense, it's a nutrient.
That makes me sad. I feel like it should give me some kind of benefit.
Well, okay, so your body metabolizes it, and the first compound, without getting too complicated, I'm not going to name a bunch of names because at that point you're just going to glaze over. So
no, I mean, just tell me what it is. I got you.
Yeah, so it goes through it. So the first step that it gets broken down to is toxic to the body. Your body goes from that first stage to that second stage as quickly as possible. So that second stage can then be recycled and used for energy in the body for yourself. So if you go to acetate, when it goes to acetate, then your body can start using that.
Cool.
Yes. When your body is metabolizing alcohol, it prioritizes that above everything else. It also, at the same time, raises cortisol levels, lowers testosterone levels, and lowers muscle protein synthesis rates.
Well, I don't have to worry about the testosterone.
Now, all of these effects are transient, meaning as long as you're not going overboard, they will return to baseline soon enough. But if you're going on a bender every night, you are going to have suppressed testosterone levels, elevated cortisol levels, and depressed muscle protein synthesis rates in the body, which means impaired recovery, impaired muscle growth. Could it impair nutrient absorption? I think it would delay nutrient absorption. I don't think it impairs it to any meaningful degree. That is, unless alcohol is also a GI system irritant. So if you have a disrupted GI symptom and your gut microbiome is completely jacked up, then yeah, it can lead to leaky gut, some irritated symptoms, and some malabsorption of nutrients that way.
It just sounds like a terrible thing to do. So why do we drink?
Because it feels so good and it tastes so good.
Yeah, but it really doesn't taste that good. I mean, alcohol tastes like alcohol. I mean, alcohol tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste good.
I mean,
why am I doing this?
Well, there's also the thing, the French paradox to a certain effect, where people from France eat really high-fat foods.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have lower incidence of cardiovascular disease, even though technically higher fat foods are more often than not.
So it's more than just nutrients. It could be lifestyle.
Correct. You feel a little bit more relaxed. Plus, alcohol does have some beneficial effects on thinning the blood, improving blood flow in the body, things like that. So it can be, I don't want to say cardioprotective because that's not right, but there is some research showing that it supports cardiovascular health, or it's not completely detrimental to cardiovascular health in the way that some other kind of foods would be.
Scary. Go ahead.
So that's more.
Cheese fries are worse.
Yeah, I would say that.
I love cheese fries.
In moderation, alcohol, 1 to 2 drinks a day for men, 1 drink or less a day for women, has been shown to be okay, and it's not going to lead to any serious deleterious consequences. That being said, your body will prioritize the metabolization of alcohol and use those calories first, and then it'll get to processing everything else over that. So
cool.
Yes, as long as you're not going on a bender each and every night, I don't think you have to worry too much about nutrient malabsorption. But if you want to be just on the safe side, maybe have like a whey protein shake or like an essential amino acid drink an hour and a half before you start drinking alcohol.
You do that every Saturday.
Yeah. So. Yes, I do. Well, also for the hydration benefits.
Okay.
That. More America, more life. Yes. Are cereal and ice cream protein collaborations here to stay, or are they just a gimmick? What do you think about that?
I don't know the ice cream protein, but I know the cereal proteins. I've seen a lot of those, like the toasted cinnamon, whatever. I got to tell you something. I really like those. I actually really like the cereal. Well, I don't like all cereals. Like, I don't like Fruit Loops, though. I like Frosted Flakes. I like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What are other cereal ones?
Fruit Loops. They've done fruity cereal, fruity pebbles.
See, I don't like
Cocoa
those
Pebbles.
anyways, though, because I don't eat those. But I really like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one. And I wouldn't mind Frosted Flakes one. I say they're here to stay because they taste good. They taste like breakfast. And if you grew up, it's like nostalgic to eat their protein shake.
Well, there's a couple
I like
of things. There's a couple of things with this.
I don't know the ice cream one.
It's there's two ways to look at this. So for several years in the industry, they've had companies that do riffs on the official things. So you'll have like Man Sports released a nerds inspired
Right.
thing called Dorks.
Right.
And other ones have done rainbow candy instead of calling it Skittles.
Right.
Then in recent years, companies like Ghost and a few others have actually done official collaborations where they partnered up with Welch's or secured the licensing trademark to use actual Welch's brand or Sour Warhead's brand.
Yeah.
We've seen that with candy. Post
candy.
Cereal that owns the Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles actually owns Dymatize now, who's been a long player in the protein game. So with that, I think they are definitely here to stay. The question is, are we going to see more of the official collaborations? Or are we going to continue to see rips? Because we see a bunch of different frosted cereals. We see Fruity Loops or Loopy Fruits.
See, I like the candy bar one too. Like,
yeah,
if there was a candy bar riff, I love Butterfinger. Butterfinger, my favorite. I love Butterfingers. So you gave me a Butterfinger protein, I would buy it.
Yeah, well, they have Mars and Snickers, like a Mars bar and a Snickers
I know,
protein
everybody likes Snickers.
over in the UK, but not here. They only have like those inspired ones here, and it's.
fine.
I think it's there to stay because everybody has that nostalgia of eating junk food.
Exactly,
when they were
and when
kids.
they're eating a protein, why not? Because you know you're drinking something good. Why not have it taste like something bad?
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like it.
Do you think it's worth paying more for an officially licensed flavor if you can get something just as good as like a generic?
Okay, I don't know if it's worth it, but if I was buying one and I wasn't like familiar with the brands, I would pick the one that was real because I would assume it would taste just like the real one, and some random one I'd be worried that it would taste bad, and then I'm spending $30 or whatever, it's not worth it or whatever.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. I would go for the real one.
Yeah, it would depend on sales figures for each brand. I would agree with that. Oh yeah, and Synth 6. So BSN was the company that they did an official flavor collaboration with Cold Stone. They did like a whole load of like Cold Stone
That's
lines.
cool. I didn't get to taste any of those.
Well, no, I didn't buy any of those, and I don't know anybody over at BSN to do
Oh
it. So.
well, I would have loved to have tried some of that.
I mean, they still sell them. We can still.
You know
get
who
them
I like
too.
is I like some Ben and Jerry's half baked, so good,
Yeah, Dymatize is still around.
so good.
Yeah, Park. Diet is on point, but you like to drink. Yeah, in moderation. And as long as you're getting enough protein throughout the day, I don't think you have anything too worried about. Again, if you're you're doing 4 hard drinks a night or drinking a 6-pack a night, you might have to start worrying about some nutrient deficiencies. Not necessarily just protein, but things like B vitamins, magnesium, iron, those kind of micronutrients too can get stunted absorption when consuming alcohol. So make sure you're getting enough quality nutrition outside of your drinking window.
Yeah, but also be aware of whether or not you have an addictive personality. I think that's important.
Yeah.
You should know whether or not you have an addictive personality, where you're natural. I think that's a thing. I think some people are just more inclined to get addicted to things than other people. And if you are, then I would probably steer clear of the alcohol, or hard alcohol at least. I don't know.
Oh, do you think hard alcohol is more addicting or beer more addicting? Because people think, oh, well, beer doesn't have as much alcohol, so I can drink more of them.
Put it this way. If I had an addictive personality, I'd steer clear of the hard alcohol, and I would limit myself to like a beer on one Saturday and 2 beers maybe on Sunday or something. Like I wouldn't do it during the week, and I would limit it to like a number. And beer has less in it than a drink, so then that's why I would go with beer.
Okay.
But I don't have an addictive personality, so I don't know if that would work for those people. But it would work for me because I'm mathematical. It makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite childhood cereal? You weren't a big cereal kid when you were little.
I mean, I always ate Frosted Flakes from my Frosted Flakes bowl and with my Frosted Flakes spoon. That happens. I had that.
Okay. Captain Crunch.
Never ate that.
Lucky Charms.
I did like Lucky Charms, but I liked Frosted Flakes better.
Yeah.
Fast though. Basically what I learned to do, I almost wanted like a water bottle of milk to just spritz the Frosted Flakes. I didn't want to get it soggy because then when it's soggy, you're just.
Well, did you ever
Like you're
just
just eating
take
them
a
out the
handful of
mush.
cereal and then drink some milk so you can have
No, I literally would just like barely pour the milk and be like, so I was like eating wet, crunchy Frosted Flakes. They're really good.
Yeah, Dymatize is still big in brick and mortars. They are one of the legacy brands that still does stuff. They're the ones that are owned by Post Cereal, the ones that do Fruity Pebbles
there
and
you
Cocoa
go.
Pebbles.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Well, if Post is already in all the brick and mortars, why not just add their own protein? That's easy.
Yeah. People are addicted.
Gotta watch out.
Sandy's addicted to apple pie proteins too.
Not bad ones. I was really excited about that one. That was the only one I wanted to eat. I love apple pie. I don't even like apple pie. I don't even want the crust. I just want the inside. Basically, you know what I want? Cracker Barrel's fried apples. Are they fried? Who knows? They're good. Like they're cinnamon and they're gooey.
Yeah.
I really don't have good tasting food. Body by Robert, everybody, because Robert feeds me really good food. But if it was up to me and I was just living my own and I'd go out to eat, I'd be going to Sonic all the time. Extra long chili cheese coney with mustard and onions and an order of cheddar peppers and an order of fried cheese sticks and a cranberry slush. And then I'd be fat.
And a diet cherry 7-Up just to be healthy. Not too many calories.
Maybe some loaded tots with everything on there. I don't like their fries that much.
Moist frosted.
Yeah,
flakes.
I like moist. I like spritzed frosted flakes is how I like it. Because then they still crunchy and then you can still eat it. Oh, yeah, you know what else I liked? I actually like frosted mini wheats.
Those were
Is that
awesome.
what they're called?
Well, yeah,
Those could get wet. Those were
would,
good.
Those would soak up the milk, and then then you bite into it and be like
It's
a
like a
little
good
gush of
bite.
milk. It'd be like a
They were
little
gross. They
explosion.
were kind of gross dry, but they were so good.
Oh no! What I would do, I would eat them dry, and what I would do is, so I would.
I think I know where this is going.
Should I not?
No, go for it. I think I know what you're gonna say.
I
You're gonna
would-
say you sucked on it until.
Yeah. All right, you bite off the frosted part and then eat that, and then I would eat the dry part afterwards.
Okay, yeah, no, you used to suck on it until it got mushy, and then you'd be like,
Yeah, or I'd just throw one whole little briquette into my mouth and just kind of keep it there for a couple of minutes and then mush it up. I loved cereal as a kid, man. We ate all the kinds. Life, Kicks, Captain Crunch. We didn't do Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles. I didn't like
Wow.
either of those. Cocoa Puffs, yes, was good. Frosted Flakes, yeah. Well, Raisin Bran, I did like Raisin Bran. And Raisin Bran Crunch was good.
Raisin Bran
too.
Crunch was so good. Raisin Bran gave me some serious gas, but I would be like, it's worth it, y'all. And I would just eat it. It was so good.
Was it the Raisin Bran or was it the copious amounts of refried beans you ate? as a
Okay,
kid?
so funny story. I actually went to visit Christina.
Mhm.
It was my college roommate that I randomly got, and she was from Tennessee and I was from New Orleans, and it was fall break. So we'd only known each other for like a month or two. And I literally just drive up to Tennessee with her and I meet her whole family and we go on this faraway trip. And for breakfast, I ate Raisin Bran and I ate a lot of it. And then we go to this place that's like made for burgers and I get the jalapeno cheese chili burger. And then we're driving back and my stomach was like, oh. And I felt it back because I was riding shotgun. And I just kept rolling down the window, but her brother was behind me. And when you roll down the window of the shotgun, it just pushes the smell behind you to the person behind you. It doesn't like aerate the car and make the smell go away. It just pushes. And so every time I rolled down the window, he was like, oh. And I was like, I'm so sorry. You got yourself a winner, Robert.
Classy.
I basically learned
rating.
Raisin Bran mixed with like a crazy burger is just
Doesn't
not
mix well.
gonna-
Doesn't mix well.
So
Not
was it the Raisin Bran? I don't know. Maybe it was the burger.
probably not.
Both.
Chris, I have not tried the new Ghost energy drink yet. I don't buy a whole lot of energy drinks.
We don't need to.
No, we've got a ton of other
Don't
stimulant
encourage them.
powders here, plus
have a lot of
coffee.
stuff.
We've got a bunch of coffee here
We
too.
do have a lot of coffee.
So yeah, I don't usually go out and buy energy drinks.
We don't need to.
Yeah, if I do try it, I'll make sure we do a video.
Somebody
of it or
can give us
something like
one,
that.
but there is no reason
Yeah.
for us to go out of our way to buy one.
Or maybe I'll call up Dan and I'll buy a pack just to support them since they
Okay.
just released it and say, hey, which flavor should I get? Which one do you think is best? And then we'll review it that way to see.
Okay. We can
I
do
mean,
that.
the ingredient profile is pretty solid. They've got acetyl L-carnitine, they've got taurine, alpha GPC, so it's got some good nootropics.
Okay, well
in
that'll
there.
be interesting. I could try that.
And I believe it's 250 milligrams a can. of
Okay.
caffeine, so it's kind of like the zero performance.
Yeah, I
one.
like the zero performance ones. I've been
Yeah.
drinking those. Did we get those for free?
Yeah, James sent that over because
Those are really good.
him and I are boys.
Those
way back.
those ones are really good. I drink those a lot.
Well, he was the one that when I went to the Arnold a couple years ago, he was the one that pulled me up on stage and made me chug a bang when we were on stage.
Hey, Robert got crazy.
That was awkward.
Crazy Robert.
All right, Sandy.
What? What kind of a question is that? There's only one type of milk. It come from a cow, baby. Cow. Unless you want some sheep's milk feta. What? That stuff's so
What
good.
about breast milk?
Unfortunately,
That's real milk.
breast milk kind of tastes good. Y'all don't know. It's a little sweet. It's good. No, I don't want no almond milk. I don't want no oat. I don't even know what oat milk is. I don't want no oat milk.
You basically steep those
Coconut milk
in
don't taste
water.
like milk at all. It's like
Yeah, coconut milk's not good.
coconut milk is nasty. It tastes like watery I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's off, guys.
Yeah.
So no, I use real milk. I use whole milk. I don't even 2% it.
Using a half scoop Hooligan Turnpike tea daily. Yeah, Hooligan is awesome. I've never seen the need to go higher than a half scoop, which is why those 2 tubs are going to last us forever, because I only use a half scoop and I only use Hooligan, once or twice a week. I don't use it all the time. So yeah, it's good stuff. Try the strawberry margarita flavor if you haven't. I think that one's actually, from a flavor standpoint, is better than Turnpike tea, but they're both good.
That's the one I liked more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
How do you milk an almond?
Exactly.
With very, very tiny tweezers and a lot of pressure. Like that.
Oh man.
Can you tell me about your website consultations? Yeah. So it is one-time fee. Get you a 40-minute Skype call with me, or we can do WhatsApp, or you can call me on my cell phone. I'll give you my cell phone number. We can do it. This StreamYard thing. We can do it through there too. Whatever, Zoom, whatever. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. And then we do a few follow-up correspondences. So basically, you have any kind of questions of, hey, here's my current supplement stack. Is any of it worth it? Should I recycle it? Should I keep buying these? If you've already bought a supplement, it's a sunk cost already. So I'm not going to say go throw that bottle out immediately. I mean, sure, you go ahead and keep using it. But it's basically to say, hey, what's worth me trying out? What ingredients are actually backed by science? And when most people contact me, like through an email, they send me an email or
they tell you a lot about themselves. I feel like it's almost a life.
Well, no, I'm saying, people will reach out, and I'm not the first. The first time somebody contacts me, I won't say I only do this through consultations. I'll answer a couple of questions. If somebody has like a one-off, but if they say, hey,
nice
explain this pre-workout to me, and what's the best one? Like sometimes I'll get an email with like 46 different questions in it. At that point, I mean, be respectful of somebody's time, and so if it's a quick yes or no answer, sure, I don't mind doing that. And most people you'll find in the industry, like Steve, if Steve does nutrition or workout consultations, it's the same kind of thing. Just be respectful of somebody's time. But yeah, it's a 40-minute Skype call. We can talk about whatever. If you got, kid issues, we can talk about that too. I'm fine with whatever. I've had consultations where basically
a lot of good opinions.
People have had, just it's stressors they're dealing with work or family, and how that factors into their supplement regimen, why they're having sleep issues. So it's kind of an all-encompassing approach. Like we can get a basic idea of what's going on in your life, what kind of stressors are you dealing with. Where do you want to optimize? Is it sleep? Is it performance? Is it recovery? Is it productivity? Yeah, is it muscle gain? So I'll do supplement consultations, and then there's a separate service where I'll do some monthly coaching stuff, and that's mostly organized through Steve's site on Super Living Today. So I'll do fitness programming, nutrition, coaching, and all that kind of stuff too. So
just so you know, I get it all for free. It's pretty exciting.
It is.
Is it free?
So yeah, we've had a pretty good amount of success with it. I've really enjoyed doing it, and I think the feedback, if you've talked with any of the people I've done consultations with, I think you'll get a.
I feel bad because I wish more people listened to you, if that makes any sense.
You're talking about my family.
I'm talking about all of our friends and family, basically. He knows what he's talking about, and it bothers me when people don't realize that. So it's fun. I think it's worth it because obviously everything good in my life comes from this guy. So there we go.
And in response, and Park, I hope that answered your question. If not, shoot me an email or something. We can talk further. Devin, get those forms squeezed and working. You gotta squeeze those almonds. Yeah, you gotta squeeze the almonds. Really hard.
Gotta squeeze the almonds.
Gross.
Yeah, scooping ice cream, right? That's what. Remember Craig in high school? His girlfriend worked at Baskin Robbins, and he was like, "Yeah, now that she's been scooping at Baskin Robbins, her forearms are really strong. So like, she's great." And I was like, scooping the ice cream. She's scooping the ice cream.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for asking.
That's all I'm saying.
Did you take some Alpha Yo and watch the debate? No, we don't watch any live TV. We've only been watching Netflix and Amazon for a considerable length of time. Since we canceled cable. We did. Over 2 years ago. We don't really watch any live TV or anything. And I mean, it's a farce. It's purely for entertainment. People that are, basically, if you are a voting citizen, you know who you're going to vote for already. Watching the shenanigans that are going on in the news and debates isn't going to change your mind one way or the other. I'll just leave it at that. You know what? I don't know if this is the platform for it, but I came up with a solution to the American government. I won't say that for another time. I won't say it, but I have a great idea. And I also came up with a solution for, wait for it, the prison system. You're welcome, everybody. But it's what I do. I come up with solutions, but it's fine. We don't have to talk about it. But I have great ideas. Heard that? Yeah, Park, we can get something set up, the right stack for your age and weight and stuff. Yeah, head over to the Supplement Engineer site and select the Consultations tab, and we'll get you set up, man. We'll get it all going. One-on-one. Overstimulation of mTOR leading to a shorter lifespan.
That's a big difference. What's mTOR?
Interesting.
Talk to me about mTOR.
mTOR is the mechanistic target of rapamycin. It is it is the pathway in the body that leads to protein synthesis.
Okay.
And you think that you overstimulate that enough
It'll
that
grow.
It's indicated with cancer development and the progression of cancers. But that is basically a byproduct of a dysfunctional metabolism.
Okay.
So, and I'm guessing this could be in relation to, say, hey, you're taking BCAAs all the time, or you're eating 5 or 6 meals a day to where you're constantly doing that. Plus, they've done some studies on rats where they do fasting or reduced calorie things, and that's been associated or shown to lead to longer lifespans.
See, I still find that weird.
Yeah. Plus, well,
I feel like that's got to be something else, though.
There's so many factors.
There's got to be other
to
factors to the life thing other than eating.
It's part of that. I also think there probably is an element to it of mTOR, like an overstimulation, but there's so many other external factors associated with that. You can have a healthy lifestyle, eat frequently, and stimulate mTOR. Can you overstimulate it? Yeah, you can overdo anything in life. So I think if you have like a rapid infusion of just BCAAs in your arm 24/7, well, first of all, they've actually done that.
Oh, and they killed it?
No, it's been shown to lead to lower protein synthesis spikes. That's why you want to have pulses of protein through the day and not just constantly sip on like those gallon jugs of BCAAs like the bodybuilders used to do way back in the day.
That's bad.
It's not bad. You're not getting, you want a spike of protein synthesis, and then you want to let it like chill out for a few hours and then spike it again. And then that's how you get the maximum amount of anabolic.
Is that just with protein, or is that with everything? Is that with
that's
carbs, and that's with...
No, I mean, you don't want like giant spikes of carbs because that's going to lead to insulin stuff. Well, no, that's when you get energy crash, and that's how you end up like a fat, lazy fuck like most of America and the world.
I mean, I hear you.
So
that's why I don't buy the groceries. You should see it when I buy the groceries, actually. When I come home, Robert's like, we don't need these. I'm like, well, they looked good. So maybe no, don't do that. So he goes to the grocery store. I don't do it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's, I know that there's data showing fasting and reduced calories with dieting, losing weight leads to longer lifespans in animals and stuff like that. I don't think it's as cut and dry as saying if you're too anabolic, you follow a bodybuilding diet where you're eating 5 to 6 times a day, 3 or 4 times a day, or you're spiking mTOR 5 or 6 times a day, eating every 3 to 4 hours. I don't think that's necessarily going to lead to a shorter lifespan, because at that same time, you're also eating probably a higher quality diet. You're exercising regularly. You're taking care of yourself in many other ways. You're getting cardio benefits. You're doing resistance training. You're getting enough sleep, and hopefully you're doing stress management. Because if you're following like the typical bodybuilder lifestyle, you're doing all of those things really well. You're probably also avoiding drugs and alcohol at the same time. So, we've got a bunch of other good factors, and maybe you're overstimulating mTOR, but are you really? It's a multifactorial issue, and it gets way complex, but that's a really good question, Devin.
See, I think you do supplements right. And I think people have a misconception of how to do them. Because I think to you, the word supplement means literally to supplement. Like, I know that sounds dumb, but I think people think of it as a quick fix. Like the diet pills or something. Like, oh, if I take this pill or if I take this powder, it's like, no. You need to take care of you. You need to take care of you. And then you can kind of, smooth the edges or make everything a little bit better with the supplements and I think that's the issue, is that I think people are trying to make it the everything instead of a supplement. And it's literally the word supplement, to help.
Yeah, it's like you get a little crack in your foundation, you put in something there to like shimmy it up and get it solid.
It's the alley-oop, but you still got to dunk it in the basket. Like an alley-oop doesn't go in the hoop, y'all.
Yeah.
I know my stuff.
Big question, Sandy, you cutting yet?
I know I'm not. No, I know it's so bad. I haven't yet. I'm still, and here's the thing.
It's getting gross, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, unfortunately, I did kind of start cutting unintentionally because I started teaching and moving more than I usually do. And then I kept eating the same that I did. Whereas before I was eating, I was like bulking. Then I was like, oh, I'm moving so much. And then I was like, oh, crap, I'm cutting and I don't want to cut yet. So now I need to eat more. I'm thinking of getting fried cheese sticks after this. I'm thinking about it. I just need more food, right? So this is a good thing for me.
Right, but you're gonna bathe the halfling tonight?
Yeah. While I'm eating my fried cheese sticks, I'll give her a bath.
Okay, that works.
I got plans, people, but no, I need to cut. I need to get strong, and then I need to cut.
Sandy and Fiona show. Fiona is Steve's wife. She's from Australia, so that would be funny to see the two of y'all talk.
Is she super fit and fancy? Super
She's
cool?
lost over 100 pounds, just like Steve has. They were both formerly obese and lost a shit ton of weight.
That's awesome. Get it.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
not my fix.
I would be cold and heartless and
That's not my
probably
fix.
wouldn't get a whole lot of shit passed through Congress because I would be very.
That's my fix.
I'd be the benevolent dictator.
Yeah, but that's my fix. No, it's not to abolish the government. It's to change the House. You know what? Fine, whatever. I'm not gonna say it. It's fine. It's a great idea.
Fantastic idea. Keep the comments, questions, quips rolling, guys. We'll stay on as long as you've got them coming, or until Sandy finishes her old fashioned. Either or we have to go and pick up the halfling because the daycare will close soon. So
yeah.
You've been running some nootropics this week. You kind of rotate through a couple of different ones.
I always love Mastermind, but then you gave me something else.
The Brain Gains.
Yeah, I think I liked it. I think I liked everything.
Another one that Lucas sent us. That one's non-caffeinated.
Yeah, I drink with coffee.
Do you notice much of a difference between any of them? And you've gone through several bottles of Prodigy, which is a capsule one.
I think I like that one. I don't know. I don't notice a difference. I'm just happy and I work really well all the time. What do I say?
No, that's fine. I mean, do you end up finishing them all throughout the day, or do you kind of just you ever halfway finish them, or
nope?
Have any of them ever sent you into a brain fog and made it worse?
No, that'd be terrible. Ooh, I'd be angry if that happened to me.
Well, sometimes if I get too much choline, like if there's too much alpha GPC coupled with too much huperzine in a formula, it sends me into like just this blah, like unmotivated. Oh, like that thing when I take Dymatize, cream, and caffeine.
Yeah, you scare me because I don't want to take any of those. But I actually have to say, I think it's Mega Pre, either red or black. I can't remember which one. I feel like because I know they're different.
Mega Pre black. It's got
one of them. When I take it, I get angry and I don't want to work out anymore. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, stop. And I walk away, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the one. And also,
I get mean.
The Dedicated Nutrition Unstoppable one that we reviewed last week. That one just makes me
the one that scares me.
Depressed feeling or something.
It's like I want to try it to see if it's just you, but then I don't want to try it because what if it's me too? And then I'm like all angry and tired. That sounds terrible. Why would I sign on for that?
Well,
Here, this makes you constipated. Thanks.
Everybody's neurochemistry is just a little bit different. So what may not be working so well for me might be working really, really great for you.
I know. It's scary still. It's like, what day do I pick to potentially be in a bad mood and tired?
Have your caffeine intakes changed at all? So do you have more than one cup of coffee at work? And do you ever have coffee when you take a nootropic?
If you give me a nootropic with caffeine, I do not have coffee. If you give me a nootropic with no caffeine, I will have. I have 1 cup, but it's a big.
But
cup.
It's like a 12 or 16 ounce cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Do you notice a crash either or when I give you the non-stim one and you have coffee, or you just take a nootropic that's caffeinated? You ever notice a crash or like a?
I honestly think I'm better with coffee and the nootropic than I am without it, because like today I felt a little drag at around lunchtime.
Yeah.
But I had lunch duty. That's hard. Lunch duty is a pain. You have to be mean. I walk around and I take pictures of all the kids at their table. I'm like, hey, don't make it messy. I'm going to know it was you. And I have to do that. And these poor kids are looking so cute and they're smiling, thinking I'm just like taking a cute photo of them. And then I'm like, oh, clean up your mess because I know it's you. Like, it's awkward. It's awkward. I hate lunch duty. I'm so
narc.
Yeah, I'm a narc. And you know what I tell them? Yeah, I'm a tattletale. If you don't want me tattling on you, don't do anything bad. How about that? Clean up your mess.
Enforcer.
Clean up your banana peel. Nobody wants to touch that.
Yeah, I just wonder what the lazy fucks are doing. Why? How hard is it to pick up your trash?
They're nasty. And I'm like, and I actually had to give them strategies. I was like, hey guys, this guy's brown bag that he brought everything in, this is your trash bag for the table. Put all the trash in there. And then when you're done, just throw the bag away. And one of them like spilled rice everywhere. I was like, okay, so now take your little tray and go. Now the table's clean. I had to tell them how to do this. Why did I have to tell them how to do this? I don't like lunch duty. It puts me in a mean mood. Sorry.
Mushrooms, fruiting body versus the mycelium. What do you think, Sandy?
I don't know anything about mushrooms, but I love them. Robert, hit it.
Okay, so your boy, Paul Stamets, the mushroom guy that you like?
Yeah, I love the mushroom.
He's a huge fan of the mycelium.
Mycelium.
Which is like the unicellular layer that kind of basically envelops the entire world of fungus. And then the fruiting body is the part that you actually the top that you see. So the
underground versus the
yeah,
above
mycelium
ground.
Is like the underground network of all the little
I learned a long time ago that there's like this huge
alien life form that's the mycelium.
Yes, and it's like huge.
Especially in the upper Northwest.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like in Oregon or something. Isn't that where he lives?
Oregon or Washington.
Okay, yeah. In Mushroomville. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've looked into the research for some of it. Really, it's kind of, both of them have benefits. It's basically different ratios of the different bioactives. So they each contain.
So it's different depending on what I want.
Right, depending. So I think the best, like if you're going for lion's mane, I would probably do a mixture of the fruiting body and the mycelium. I think the mycelium is a little bit more expensive than the fruiting body.
Oh, okay.
But if I believe right, the one human study that was 3 grams of lion's mane, I believe they used the fruiting body because they had it baked in like snacks and cookies and stuff like that.
And that's what
they used the fruiting body for that.
Well, can I ask a question? Do they taste different? Do they texture different? How do you?
Well, I mean, it's all ground up in a capsule, so you're never going to taste it anyway, unless you baked with it or you bought some. I did buy some bulk lion's mane powder, and I actually have some mycelium coming from your boy's company, the Host Defense, Paul Stanley's company. I have a container of lion's mane's mycelium, and I have a jar of the fruiting body powder, a 1 pound jar of the fruiting body powder coming that should arrive Friday.
I didn't know that.
So we can actually do a
now?
taste test. You are doing Pico 2 right now,
Which is
a blend of 6 mushrooms from Compound Solutions.
But are
It's
they?
got lion's mane in it. It's got cordyceps. It's got reishi. It's got chaga and turkey tail.
But which one is it?
Which one's what?
What am I eating?
Oh, I believe it's all the fruiting bodies.
Oh, okay.
Of them. I don't think it's the mycelium. I think both have their benefits, and probably the best way we don't have the data on it really, but it's probably to get a mixture of both. Just because each has its own little strengths and not strengths and weaknesses, but one has a little bit higher concentration of certain bioactives, while the other one has, it's kind of the inverse of the other one. So one's got strong strengths where the other one has weaknesses, and then vice versa the other way around.
Okay, this is interesting. Can I just tell you, you know what I love about, what's his name, Paul Stamets? Stamets. What I like about him is I feel like he hit this untapped market of mushroom research. It's like he's the guy that you go to really understand such an interesting, it's an entire, fungi is its own entire kingdom. It's not part of the plants and it's not part of the animals. It's like its own kingdom, and yet nobody ever took the time to really talk about it in regard to nutrition. It's the weirdest thing. It's an entire kingdom. Am I the only one that thinks it's a big deal?
I do love some roasted portobello mushrooms.
Deal. But I'm just saying, I feel like, I know that, we have this little book about Neil Armstrong and how he stopped the NASA program. And there's all this, uncharted space. But there's all this uncharted earth that we don't even know anything about, like the depths of the ocean that we don't know. And then the fungi, like that's so cool. And then sleep, the Matthew Walker guy. Okay. So like they talk about sleep and the way it affects you and the things that it's like fascinating to me.
It is.
There's so many things that we have yet to learn, and so it's just cool.
Agreed.
I'm done.
Come up for a cigar night. If you have some kind of bourbon with your cigar, yes, I will be there.
Here's the thing.
I've never smoked a cigar or anything, so
we don't.
I will come and hang out. You can have a cigar. I'll drink some bourbon with you.
I don't mind hanging out with people that smoke cigars. I would love to try a cigar on the off chance that I would like scotch. But the only reason I would try a cigar is to like it. The only reason I would want to like it is so that I could enjoy scotch. Both of which, by the way, are vices. So there's no reason for me to act. There's no actual good reason for me to smoke a cigar or drink scotch.
Well, otherwise, just to hang out with Chris.
Just to hang out with people. Just to hang out with people.
Coffee for a sleep aid?
Depends, right?
Decaf coffee, baby?
No, I know that it has caffeine, but when I was younger, I would drink it before bed and it would be fine on me. Isn't that weird?
Well, you and I just metabolize caffeine very well. That's why. Because, we would go out to Starbucks with all of our high school friends.
At like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and we go and crash.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I used to drink coffee.
I don't think it helps as a sleep aid. I just think certain people, it doesn't affect or disrupt their sleep as it does other people.
But it's just a warm beverage.
Yeah.
It feels like tea, right?
Decaf coffee.
Tea would work too.
You want to do it for a sleep aid, do decaf, just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
What did the dizzy guy with hooligan half scoop was godly.
That's so good.
You're welcome, man.
That's so good. Working. I'm so excited. Yay.
Lunch Newtsy Sandy. You and your nootropics.
Yeah, I needed some. I actually drank some. Okay, so Monday was like our field day or whatever. And we had all this leftover sweet tea and unsweet tea. And so I did at lunch, I drank some unsweet tea. I usually just drink water, but I needed the caffeine. There's caffeine in unsweet tea, right?
I'm sure there is. Unless
it was enough of a placebo to make me feel like I had an upper. So I had an upper of unsweet, and it was only like a cup of it. And I was like, I need this so bad.
Yeah, if you have a regular cup of black tea, you're getting maybe 40 to 50 milligrams, or if you have a cup of
50
coffee,
milligrams.
it could be 80 to 120.
Okay, well, that's what I gave myself today.
Yeah,
so when Sandy says she has caffeine, she's talking about a cup of unsweet tea.
Yes, it's nothing major. We're not doing like 800 milligrams of caffeine in a day.
No, but that's what I did.
Typical intake for me on a daily basis is somewhere between 250 and 300.
Well, that's what I am now, right? What do you give me every morning? What do you give me? I just take what you give me.
Well, Mastermind has 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, but then I had that.
Orange Brainwash has 150 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Cognisurge has 125 milligrams. And Prodigy has 200 as well.
Okay, well, there we go.
So yeah, you average about 200 on the days that you do have it. But on Saturday and Sunday, sometimes you don't have any caffeine, or if we make coffee, you do.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I drink those, what are those, Zero Power?
Yeah, zero performance beverages.
Those are good.
Yeah.
They just taste good.
What's going on, Heinz Krups?
Hi.
Thanks. We'll be on for another 10, 15 minutes. If you have any other questions, guys, get them in soon, or else Sandy's almost finished her old fashioned. Is going to have to leave the party soon.
I'm going to go get some fried cheese.
Absolutely. Yes. Mushrooms are delicious. They've got a bunch of little micronutrients in them. Huh?
We always just buy the button.
Or no, we buy the baby portobellos.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah. I mean, it's like any... Mushrooms technically aren't a vegetable, but it's like any vegetable. Eat a wide variety of them. Get a bunch of different micronutrients. Plus, there's polysaccharides in there and other kind of little fun compounds that can stimulate nerve growth factor in the brain, support immune health, modulate immune system function and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of little fun bioactives in mushrooms. Yes, they're absolutely worth eating.
You know what's really worth eating? Tell about the pizza. Tell about the pizza in Minnesota.
Roasted oyster mushroom pizza. Oh my God.
I think that was it, and roasted garlic. I think it was literally just
phenomenal. The one good thing about Minnesota when we lived there.
Actually, there was a lot of good things about Minnesota. I just didn't like my job. That's okay.
Well, downtown Minneapolis was not a good place.
I mean, traffic.
The University of Minnesota was not a good place.
It is a good place. I just didn't like my job.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them a bad rap. It was cool. But anyways, no, it was this place, and it had this homemade pizza crust where it was like crispy. It was like that kind of like, what's it called? You know, the crust. It was like the
wood fired?
Yes. And it was literally covered in oyster mushrooms and roasted garlic.
So good. So good.
Oh my God.
Well, it was my birthday that night too. We went to see the Doobie Brothers in concert, which was awesome.
Brothers. We saw the Doobie Brothers.
Yes, we're old souls. We love classic rock.
We were hanging out with the 70-year-olds, and we were like, yeah, Doobie Brothers. China Grove, baby. China Grove.
Jesus is just all right.
Jesus is just all right. Let's do this. If y'all don't know those songs, look them up. They're really good.
Yes. We actually have a video of Sandy dancing when she's 9 months pregnant at a Doobie Brothers concert.
I had the baby 3 days later, but I was jamming. I think that the woman... There was like a woman, like a security guard was like watching me the whole time. Like, you're ready for an ambulance. She's gonna go to delivery.
We're gonna have to take a golf cart up to the front of the line because it was so hot outside.
It was like 111. I was 9 months pregnant, literally due in like 3 days, and it was really hot. And we had to stand in line for hours outside in Austin, Texas, and we had to stand in line. There weren't chairs or anything. We were just outside in an amphitheater, and so we go inside. And I'm sorry, we were getting like water bottles like in my armpit, like where my arteries are, like in my crotch, like trying to cool myself off. And Robert gets me pecan praline ice cream because he was like, she needs all the nutrients she can get.
She needs calories.
She needs the nuts. Get the pecan praline. I've never had pecan praline ice cream in my life. And every concert we've ever gone to since, I get the pecan praline ice cream because I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Yeah. And then we got me, what did we get? A gyro.
Yeah. I had the pulled pork sandwich, which was awesome.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting off topic, guys.
Coffee puts you to sleep. Are you drinking decaf? What kind of? Here's a question for the audience members out there. What kind of coffee do you like?
That's
if you
a
like
good
coffee,
question.
Dark roast, light roast, medium roast. Do you put creamer in it? Do you put sweetener in it?
Yeah.
I'm a dark roast man.
Yeah.
Black.
I like it with sweetener. I like it to taste like dark chocolate.
No, flaxseed does not raise estrogen. Sure, it might have some phytoestrogen in it, like soy. Or some isoflavones like that.
Question.
No, there's anything you're reading on any of those like biohacker websites that are saying flaxseed raises estrogen. It's fuck off with all that. Get that out of here. No, don't worry about that. Eat it good. They got some good plant-based omega-3s in there. Now, the plant-based conversion of omega-3s in the body, so from LA to EPA and DHA is not very efficient. It's like somewhere between 10 and 20% efficiency. So I wouldn't say use it as my sole source of omega-3s in the diet. I'd probably do like either a really high-quality fish oil supplement or even better get some wild Alaskan salmon, eat that, or krill oil is another good option, salmon, mackerel, sardines are good. Anchovies, also another good source of omega-3s. Yes. But yeah, flaxseed is good. I ate those. Also good for fiber too.
Yeah, that's usually what I thought you would get it for.
Yeah, you do fiber, omega-3s. I throw them on in smoothies and stuff like that. Steamed, roasted.
Robert puts them in the air fryer
for
with seasoning.
15 minutes. 425 air fryer setting. I cut them in half. I use grill seasoning. Yeah, McCormick's grill seasoning on there.
Oh my God, they're so good. But I like them raw too.
Yeah. You're welcome, sir. Yes, local gyms have been open for maybe 2 months now. At least the ones by us are open. Especially the local powerlifting gym by us, Raw Power Gym.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining us. And for everybody else listening out there, we've got a few minutes left. Get any comments and questions in. We'll be here every week as we always are. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. And if you listen to the Supplement Engineer podcast, we would really appreciate a 5-star review on iTunes, Podbean, or whatever platform you use for your podcast listening services, because that helps us. The more positive reviews we have, the higher we get in the rankings. The more people that our supplement podcast gets pitched to, and the more knowledge we can bring to the masses and help them avoid getting scammed by supplement companies.
He can bring to people.
Dark roast with honey.
Ooh, I love honey in my coffee. I just did that the other day. That's one. Is it local honey? Because you're like, ooh, if it's local honey, it will help me with my allergies. I don't know if it works, but I'm willing to do it. Are you with me on that? Are you with me on that? Are you with me on that? I hear you. Yeah, that's good stuff. I think it's fine if that helps you go to sleep. Does it help you poo? Is that a weird thing to say? Do you just poo right when you wake up? I hear you.
Don't like coffee, Devin. Dude. Do
you like tea, Devin? Do you like tea? Chamomile?
Dude,
Sleepy.
Don't like that. I mean, you and Shane from Stack 3D are
he doesn't like
right
coffee.
Up there, man. You guys don't like coffee. I don't know if I can trust you anymore. Well, that and you live in California.
Do you like dark chocolate? That's the question.
Yeah. Do you like bourbon, Devin? You've sent me some bourbon links. Do you like bourbon? That could be
I think dark chocolates
factor.
Taste like coffee.
People don't like coffee. That makes me question
like
them. I question people that don't.
You question
like
their judgment?
I just question their life.
He's questioning you, Devin.
All jokes here, guys. It's fine if you don't like coffee. Use chia seeds for omega-3s. Yeah, they're good. The conversion in the body isn't all that stellar.
Okay,
just
so it's
plant-based
there,
omega-3s. Yeah, there's
elsewhere.
Yeah. Just like plant-based iron, like the non-heme iron that you get in spinach and a few other things, isn't really bioavailable to the body. That's why it's better to get them from animal sources.
Steak.
Yeah, steak, exactly.
Oh, I had filet last night and it was so good.
Yeah. I'm in South Carolina. Gyms were only closed for 4 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting. South Carolina and other states. Texas is supposed to be like this independent rebel of a state, and the fuckwads we got running things right here. It's
my
ridiculous.
school has been open since the beginning, and we're all doing the masks thing. But in my classroom, they take it down because they're 3 feet apart, whatever. Yet on Monday, we had like field day where nobody was wearing masks. We were all running around and like hugging each other and huddling and stuff.
No massive outbreak at school. Nobody died. Rolled over on the
field. Oh my God, there's no outbreak.
Coughing up blood and bleeding from
there's no outbreak. Oh my God, there's no outbreak. Wait, what? Wait. There's no outbreak because everybody there was fine. None of us had it, so we ain't gonna spread.
Boom.
Sorry, that bothers me.
If I ever formulated a supplement with mediator phosphatidic acid, yes, I have used it. I don't. Due to an NDA, I don't know if I can disclose the company. But yeah, there's some coming in the future that will have it in there as well. I like the ingredient. Okay, so we always talk about it, and just to give you and the listeners out there what mediator phosphatidic acid is.
Thanks.
Okay, so we know that leucine is the king of amino acids.
I know that.
It stimulates mTOR. So it's the king of amino acids. It's the anabolic trigger of muscle protein synthesis because it flips the switch on mTOR.
Got it.
Phosphatidic acid also flips the mTOR switch. So it's like the fatty acid version of an amino acid. It's another way to stimulate mTOR in the body.
Got it.
So it's been shown in a few studies to increase lean muscle mass, increase protein synthesis, increase strength gains in resistance trained men. Mediated phosphatidic acid is inexplicably expensive. So most of the time you see it, it is only used by itself in that because you need the 1,500 milligram dose. And the actual yield is 750 grams. So it's a 50% yield. So the companies that you're buying it from, each dosing is 1,500 milligrams, but it's actually supplying 750 milligrams of active phosphatidic acid.
Okay.
So it's a 50% yield. So that's why you need that. And if a company's only giving you 750 milligrams of...
Then you're getting half of that.
Yes.
I know percentages.
1,500 milligrams of that. It's very expensive, which is why you typically only see it sold as a single ingredient.
Yeah, nobody's
supplement.
gonna put it in their ingredients because it'll make it too expensive.
Right. Yeah. Muscle Tech sold it as a single ingredient before. Primeval Labs has that as their PA Max. I think Redcon 1 has a separate standalone PA supplement.
So they could get it from a bunch of different places.
Yeah. And Genius has it too. And I think it's their Genius Muscle Builder. I know because
I just like Genius Joy. That's all I got.
Genius. I do like it, and if I'm creating a natural anabolic or a natural muscle builder supplement, I would use that. Would be one of my ingredients I would use. So yeah, I do like that. It's just very expensive, and most cost prohibitive if you want to put anything else quality with it.
Yeah.
I used to mix ground coffee in my oats, but I don't drink it. Okay, that works.
Interesting.
Ground coffee in your oats.
So you want the benefits, is what you're telling me. You just don't like the taste.
Yeah, you might just not like to drink it. I can understand.
I like the smell though, right?
Michael McDonald is awesome.
Yeah. Sophia knows Michael McDonald.
Not an original Doobie Brother, but I do really like him.
Don't say that. Don't say. Wait, that's actually Michael McDonald. That's not even.
Solo, yeah.
That's when he was solo. Don't say that.
I don't think they're. If you don't know what she's referencing, go look at the music video to "I Keep Forgetting" by Michael McDonald. It's
you know
amazing.
rap music, they actually made a rap song with the background of it. You'll be like, I know this song. This is a rap song. No, it's actually a Michael McDonald song. So you'll like it. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. You know what? Everybody needs to listen to it because it's really good.
No one ever got sick. Yeah.
I know. Cause yeah.
Tea is okay. I would rather drink pre-workouts or energy drinks.
Okay, wait. Tea is not okay. Time out there. You can't be saying I don't want to drink tea. I'd rather drink a pre-workout or an energy drink. A tea does not go in that category. Tea is like herbal, and you have to sit on like a comfy sofa, and it's raining outside, and you have a book, a hardcover book, and you're like, ooh, I'm drinking light tea, and you have like warm wool socks on. You don't be doing all that with an energy drink. You're not like, let me just sit cozy with my wool socks and my energy drink. Tea is different. Tea is like an ambiance. There's like, you ever heard of the Japanese energy drink ceremony? I didn't think so, because it's got the tea ceremony. There's like this whole Stonehenge thing going for it.
Okay.
Tea. Yeah, I figured. He's like chewing on the wax.
Raw, unfiltered honey.
Yeah, he's like chewing on it. I hear you.
All right, last call for question, guys. We just hit the hour mark, and unless there's anything else coming in, we are gonna.
Sandy gonna go get some fried cheese.
Sandy's gonna go pick up our daughter from daycare.
I get some
bring her
fried
home to take a bath.
Cheese or gyro. That sounds good all of a sudden. Or some fried cheese.
Or some fried cheese. We'll take a poll: fried cheese or gyro for dinner for Sandy.
I mean, I'm gonna eat something else in addition to the fried cheese, guys.
You should.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Check out the protein that Tim Horton now has under his label.
Have you?
Yes, it is. My brother is in the beta group for Tony Horton's new workout program, Power Nation. And he sent me the link to their Power Life line of supplements. It is so ridiculously overpriced. You're getting 15 grams of protein per scoop.
That's nothing.
It is a dog shit
for a scoop
supplement.
Of protein?
Yeah, it's like something like $60 or $70 a tub. And if you're part of the beta group, you get 30% off. It's still way too fucking expensive for everything. I mean, it's absurdly expensive. You don't need HMB. HMB has been shown to be a bullshit supplement. Especially if you're consuming enough protein during the day and you're not at risk for any kind of protein or muscle breakdown or anything like that. Well, it's a metabolite of leucine.
Okay.
So if you're consuming enough whole protein during the day or just sipping like some amino acids like some BCAAs or EAs, HMB serves no point. It will do nothing. Its anti-catabolic actions do fuck all of nothing for the person that is eating right, resistance training, getting enough protein each day. Useless.
D3. That's 3.
I don't know if you need that in a protein. You can just take it separately, and I think Tony Horton did a lot of cool things with P90X and with fitness and expanding it to the public, especially the home fitness market. He was my gateway into fitness. Yes. I think the supplements, the ones that Beachbody pushed out, were shit, overpriced dog shit, and I think the new supplements that he's pushing right now are overpriced dog shit.
They should have consulted you. That's a mistake right there.
Yeah, I've checked out his new protein. Way, way, way overpriced. Don't waste your money on it. Shoot me an email. I'll give you 10 protein powders that are going to taste better, cost a lot less, and be just as high quality, if not more.
Boom. Yeah, because that's weird.
Yeah, it's dumb the way. Yeah. Benefits of coffee, but once brewed, it's a no for me, dog.
But it smells good.
Yeah, lots of polyphenols, antioxidants, and caffeine in coffee. I think it's also been
It's
classified.
good caffeine though.
Shown as it's been classified as a vegetable in some new study that came out within the last like 4 to 5 months. It's a vegetable food.
Okay.
So coffee is my #1 vegetable.
You know, the fact that coffee is going to be considered a vegetable is just another reason why I'm a math person and I just don't dig on the science because it's always changing.
Well, the issue is
Where do you stand on anything? Pluto is a planet. Pluto is not a planet. Pluto is a dwarf planet. You can't keep changing things. It drives me crazy. Thank God I love math. Same for thousands of years. Peace. Same in every
they were going to
country.
be repealing
Peace.
the Pythagorean theorem.
Nope, not gonna happen.
You sure?
I can prove it like 3 different ways. I can prove it to be true. Anyways.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, we appreciate you spending your Wednesday afternoons with us. One last closing thoughts. Anybody needs a supplement consultation, you got questions about whether you're wasting your money or not, looking for the newest ingredients to try, or you want to optimize productivity, sleep, stress removal, all that, head on over to the Supplement Engineer website. You can do supplement consultations there. And if you like, leave us a comment, thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And give 2 thumbs up for Sandy because she's awesome for doing this with me every week.
I don't do anything.
You provide lots of looks and laughter.
Let's go with that. Let's take it.
All right, guys. Have a good week.